This is what power looks like on the road. 18 wheels, hundreds of horsepower, tons of freight rolling smooth across clean asphalt. A semi owns the highway. It fills the lane. It shakes the road. It makes cars move out of the way. But out here, the highway is gone. Out here, the road disappears into mud, snow, sand, broken stone, flooded crossings, and places where a normal truck would not even make it to the first mile. Out here, a truck does not just need power. It needs to survive the mission. Rivers replace bridges. Dust replaces daylight. And when something gets stuck, there is no roadside assistance coming in 10 minutes. Put a regular semi next to these machines, and it does not just look smaller. It looks like it was built for a completely different planet. What kind of truck can drag a tank through mud? What kind of machine needs 16 wheels just to carry its mission? What kind of military monster makes an 18-wheeler look weak? You're about to find out. These are the top 10 military trucks that make semis look weak. Ranked from powerful to almost unreal. Number 10 starts with a truck that looks simple at first. But do not let the shape fool you. The Mercedes-Benz Zetros 6x6 is not a highway hauler with army paint. It is a military off-road machine, built for the places where pavement turns into dust, mud, rock, and nothing. A normal semi needs a road. The Zetros needs a direction. Depending on the configuration, it can move troops, supplies, equipment, communication systems, fuel support, or specialized mission modules into remote places where an ordinary truck would already be buried to the axles. Imagine a supply route in the middle of nowhere. No paved shoulder, no clean rest stop, no perfect lane markings, just loose dirt, ruts, heat, and a destination that still needs supplies. That is where a truck like the Zetros starts making sense. Its strength is not that it is the biggest machine on this list. It is that it can keep moving when the road stops being friendly. A normal semi may dominate the interstate. But out here, the Zetros is already playing a different game. And this is only the entry point. Because the next truck on this list was not built for rough roads. It was built for roads that no longer exist at all. Number 9 does not wait for a road to be usable. It was built to move whether the road is there or not. The Tatra's reputation comes down to one thing: its suspension. Each wheel can move on its own, adjusting independently to the terrain beneath it, so the frame stays level even when the ground underneath is anything but. Picture a road that's been torn apart. Craters, collapsed shoulders, debris, and mud pooling in every low point. A regular semi would stop dead within the first 100 feet. The Tatra treats it as just another Tuesday. These trucks have served in military logistics operations across multiple countries, prized for their ability to keep heavy cargo moving long after ordinary transport would have given up. Full load, broken ground, zero hesitation. That's the entire personality of this machine in one frame. A highway semi needs the world to cooperate. This truck was built for a world that never does. A regular semi hauls freight. Number 8 hauls machines built for war. MAN HX-81 exists for one job, and only one job: moving armored vehicles that are too heavy, too wide, and too critical to trust to standard transport. Think about what that means for a second. This isn't a truck hauling pallets of goods to a warehouse. This is a truck hauling a battle tank down a supply route, at night, through territory where the mission cannot afford to fail halfway through. Militaries rely on transporters like this because there's no room for improvisation when the cargo weighs this much and matters this much. A semi carrying freight is doing a job. This truck carrying a tank is carrying a mission, and if it stops, the mission stops with it. And the next truck on this list doesn't haul the mission. It becomes the mission, moving fuel, ammunition, and supplies to keep an entire operation alive. Number 7 is a battlefield workhorse, built around a single brutal truth understood by the U.S. Marine Corps. The mission doesn't stop because the road did. Mud, sand, cratered roads, broken supply trails. The Mount VR was engineered to keep fuel, ammunition, equipment, and support moving to wherever it's needed, even when the route ahead barely qualifies as a road anymore. This is not a truck that waits for good conditions. It was built specifically for the missions where good conditions simply do not exist. Rivers, ditches, half-collapsed trails cut through hillsides. None of it changes the mission. A regular semi needs a route already laid out for it. The Mount 4 needs a direction, and it will carve its own path there if it has to. Everything up to this point has been about moving cargo through hard terrain. What comes next is where these machines stop being trucks and start becoming weapons on wheels. Number 6 is the truck that keeps the entire war machine running. The HEMT, Heavy Expanded Mobility Tactical Truck, was built as a heavy U.S. military logistics vehicle designed to move fuel, cargo, and equipment across terrain that would leave a regular semi stranded within minutes. But in its M984 recovery configuration, this truck goes even further. It doesn't just carry cargo, it pulls other vehicles out of terrain that has already defeated them. Every tank, every truck, every forward mission depends on machines like this, reaching them with fuel and supplies, regardless of what the terrain looks like in between. A semi keeps a supply chain moving on paved roads. This truck keeps a battlefield alive, on roads that may not exist at all. But moving cargo and pulling vehicles is one job. The next truck on this list has a completely different purpose. It's not here to carry supplies. It's here to protect the people inside it. And if trucks like this are why you watch Trucker Reality, hit like before the machines get even heavier. Subscribe and turn on the bell. Because from here, these stop looking like military trucks. They start looking like weapons on wheels. Number 5 feels different. This isn't about cargo anymore. This is about protection. The Typhoon K was built around one priority above all else: protecting the people riding inside it, on routes where the road itself may not be safe. It was designed to move personnel through dangerous terrain while shielding them from threats that a standard vehicle simply couldn't withstand. A rolling wall built specifically for convoy protection. Notice the shape. Nothing about it is soft or rounded. Every angle exists for a reason: deflecting force, absorbing impact, keeping the people inside safe from whatever the road throws at them. A regular semi is built to move goods efficiently from one point to another. This truck was built to make sure the people inside make it to the other side at all. From here, these trucks stop looking like support vehicles and start looking like moving fortresses. And the next one on this list doesn't just protect a mission. It carries the single heaviest, most important type of cargo any transporter can be trusted with: a battle tank. Number 4 is one of the most recognizable heavy-haul military machines on Earth. A normal semi moves freight. The M1070 moves battlefield armor. Built as a heavy equipment transporter, this rig was designed to move tanks and armored vehicles across deserts, highways, and forward operating routes, carrying weight that would snap a standard trailer in half without a second thought. Think about the sheer physics of it: an armored vehicle weighing many tons, secured to a trailer, being pulled across open desert by a single tractor unit, and doing it like it's routine. This is not about pulling a load from a warehouse to a store. This is about moving the machines that decide the outcome of battles, and doing it reliably, mission after mission. And if this truck is built to move the machines of modern battle, the next one on this list was built to move the machines that decided the last century's wars. Number 3 is old school brutal. No comfort, no modern shape, just raw mechanical power. Built during the Cold War, the MAZ-797 was designed to move tanks, missile trailers, and heavy artillery, cargo that needed something closer to a machine of war than a vehicle of transport. This was military logistics before anything was engineered for comfort, built with one purpose only: move the heaviest cargo through the harshest places, and never, ever stop. There's nothing refined about this machine, nothing polished, Every part of it exists to serve raw hauling power in conditions where subtlety doesn't matter. Next to this, a modern semi looks almost delicate. This machine was never trying to look refined. It was built to survive, and to drag whatever needed dragging along with it. But even a machine this brutal is only the beginning of what's coming, because the next truck on this list isn't hauling heavy cargo anymore. It's carrying something that changes the entire category. Number 2 is where this list stops feeling like trucks and starts feeling unreal. With a wheel count most semis could never imagine needing, the MZKT-79221 was built to serve as a mobile carrier platform, engineered for off-road stability and strategic movement across terrain that would break lesser vehicles apart. This isn't cargo transport in any normal sense. This is a machine engineered to move one of the heaviest, most sensitive loads a military can operate, without slowing down for the terrain in its path. Look at it next to anything else on the road. It doesn't just look bigger. It looks like it belongs to a different category of machine entirely. This is not a truck. This is a moving launch platform. And what's coming next makes even this look almost normal. This is it. Number 1. The final boss of this entire list. The MAZ-7907 doesn't look like a truck. It looks like a machine, built for a mission too big for normal vehicles to even attempt. With 24 wheels and a length that dwarfs anything else on this entire list, this was an experimental Soviet transporter, built, in some versions, as a mobile carrier for strategic missile systems. It was never mass-produced. It was never meant to be common. It exists today as proof of exactly how far military engineering was willing to go when the mission demanded something far beyond ordinary limits. 24 wheels working together, a frame long enough to require its own turning logic. A machine built not for a highway, not for a supply route, but for a mission so specific that ordinary vehicles were never even considered. Next to this machine, a normal semi does not look weak. It looks like it wandered into the wrong century. 10 machines, 10 missions. One truth. A regular semi is powerful, but it was built for highways. These military trucks were built for the places where highways end. Mud, war zones, deserts, snow, rivers, mountains, broken roads. Missions too heavy for any ordinary freight machine to carry. So now it's your turn. Which military truck shocked you the most? Which one do you think should have been number 1? And what military machine should Trucker Reality cover next? Comment first. Then hit like, subscribe to Trucker Reality, and turn on the notification bell, because the next list might go even bigger than this one.